Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of Transpicuous Views. Today we're going to do something a little different. So I was actually going to record another Transpicuous Views before this, and of course I didn't get to it. Technically it should go first, but everything happens as it does, right? So in the Unfuckers group, we've had a bit of a conversation going on about beliefs and belief structures. And of course, one of the conversations we've been having on various shows for quite a while is that being neutral and remaining the observer, remaining in the observer mode. And that's kind of our lead in for today. So for me, I take information as it appears in front of me. Things come up, and I kind of believe that things come up for a reason in the time that they do. So I have a friend, someone I've been in contact with since way back, 2013, who channels messages. And I have fallen out of touch with a lot of the stuff that she's been doing. And just recently, some pieces have come to light. And I sat down and had a conversation with her, Denise, and another old friend of mine, American Kabuki, and went to hash out some of this stuff because I wanted to get a little bit of the details. And it became very clear during the conversation that a lot of the stuff that Denise has been channeling is very much the same stuff that we've been told through sources like Lilu, and that Lisa and I have been discussing on the One People's Roundtable for quite a while now. So I sat down yesterday with Denise and I asked her to do a channeling for me, to ask the questions, to get a beginning point, if you will. So the following video that you're about to see is the conversation that Denise and I had with a being, if you will, from the Sphere Alliance. His name is Stan, and he is a data collector. So this is channeled information. I'd like you to keep an open mind. Some interesting pieces in here, and I can tell you for a fact that this is only the first conversation that's going to happen, because there's some pieces in there that are very, very interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, keep an open mind. See what you get from this.
I'm learning constantly every day. So when you say you're an empath and you feel from voice, is that the same thing as toning?
Yeah, very much so. I've actually, for example, I've seen several channelers channel, and I always instinctively, when they start talking, and not even live, like radio type shows, right? Way back, way back, when I used to listen to a lot of them. And I would instinctively, as soon as they started speaking, I could get the energy of of what was coming through. And that's why it's like those channelers I really, really liked, because I got it. You could feel it. You were like, this is, and then there were the ones who were like, ooh, I don't know who you're channeling, but I don't like them. I gotcha. Off, right? So for me, it's just kind of, it's why I do a lot of face-to-face stuff, and it's why I do a lot of stuff that's spoken, not written.
Right.
Because it just gives me a better balance point. That's all.
I got you. No, that's okay. I didn't know what toning was until a few years ago. I'd never heard of it. So that's interesting to me. I just, when it flows through me, I see the images, in faded images inside my head. So that helps me confirm the data. You know, if I'm not getting something, I'll get like an image sent to me. I imagine that's telepathy. I don't know.
So is it kind of like automatic writing? Like I've seen,
yeah.
I had a friend of mine who used to do automatic writing like, 35 years ago. And you could see it because she would just stare at the wall straight ahead of her and she'd just start writing. And it would just flow.
It flows, right. And I just do it typing because I type faster than I can write with my hands.
Like most of us these days.
Well, Sophia Love does it in notebooks, and I think that was perfect because it's private. You know, I know now that everything's typed is seen by all. Of course, everything written probably was
seen by
being
all
recorded.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's being recorded by our eyes. So I learned so much from that aspect. But yeah, I started out journaling what I thought were angels way back in '97 when my son was born, when I went down the rabbit hole. So.
Yes.
Yeah. Be not afraid. We are with you. We love you. That, you know, that same message over and over again.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of them. Yeah, I heard a lot of them in my time. Yeah.
So it definitely has progressed.
So
never imagined it would have happened. Mm-hmm.
So I've known you since 2013.
Right.
When we started kind of back and forth. Emailing with an American Kabuki, etc. So.
Right.
I've been off on my own journey, so I haven't really been paying a lot of attention. A few things come by me, and I catch into that, and I go, oh, that's really interesting.
Sure.
So after the conversation that we had yesterday, I wanted to, and I talked to Lisa about it late last night after the show until like 1:30 in the morning. There's a lot of questions I have because it seems that we're seeing, like I said, if we get rid of the language, the descriptions, the basic building blocks are very similar between some of the information that's been coming from the Sphere Alliance and versus what information that we've had, for example, given to us from Lilu and what we've seen ourselves.
Right.
So when we're starting to see a real change right now too, like even in a lot of channeled messages, there's some new channeled messages coming out that are using words like the construct.
Okay.
And this is new. Like we're used to, for me anyways, like you say, there's the archangels and the ascended masters, and you have the galactics, et cetera, et cetera. And there's a basic message that seems to always play out. This new theme, if you will, has been very interesting because of the fact that now we're seeing pieces coming together that are coming from various sources. And yet, like I said, once you get rid of the actual language of it and all the descriptions and et cetera, and you boil it down to the basic premise of the information, it's very, very similar.
Right.
So I would like to talk to someone, if you would help me out.
Sure.
From the Sphere Alliance.
Okay.
I'd like to get some information and know, like, first of all, like a basic, who are they?
Okay.
Right? Just a basic introduction, and I'd like to ask them some questions with regards to history, i.e., how did we get to this place that we're in now?
Okay.
But yeah, if you could see,
you want to start right now? We can.
Yeah, if you're up to it. If not, we can set a time.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. So your first question really is, who are they?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna I'll just start. And forgive. They always start out Dear One / That's the greeting. I don't know if it's protocol, but
galactic, some kind of galactic protocol. Yeah. I better pull up the chat, hadn't I? All right, pull up the chat so I can see. That would possibly help. Okay.
My hands are slow this morning. Sorry.
Maybe they're not up yet. They haven't had coffee.
This is also a different keyboard than I usually use.
That sucks.
It's an older laptop. Anyhow.
Yeah, every time I have to switch keyboards, you go through like a learning curve of making your fingers find the keys again.
Yeah.
Okay, so dear one, Danny, we here are what you refer to as the Sphere Alliance, also the Sphere Alliance of Source, now present at this moment to assist in the closure of the old and the opening of the new. Data collector Stan X end. Sphere Alliance is a group of what you call galactics, right? So as a group of conglomerate beings, I was just going to type it in, but it's just easier to say it, from different, I'll use the word planets, if you will, different galaxies, 4,000 civilizations. Okay. This is where we get into the difficult questions, because it's like the English language was not formulated for these kind of conversations. Really.
Right.
We have come to know that this place that we call Earth is a construct. We surmise, I should say. No, we don't know. We surmise that it is. Are the Sphere Alliance from within the greater construct that contains Earth, or is it from a separate construct? The Sphere Alliance is within the sphere of all creation. There are many spheres and constructs. Yes, I've hypothesized that myself, that there's a lot. But your term construct is equal to our term sphere. Okay, makes sense. But is your sphere separate from our sphere, i.e. outside of this sphere that contains Earth? However, our term sphere can also refer to a ship energy signal. Oh, can he explain that a bit? Our sphere is attached to the creation of all. There are.
I didn't expect this one. Sometimes stuff flows and it's like, what? PDF. Okay.
So our sphere is attached to the creation of all. There are spheres that are created by energy fields. And that's a tough one because everything is energy. The blue avian blue sphere beings are spheres based on energy shields fields. Okay.
Okay, that might be.
So spheres are used to frame a reference for many programs, items, experiences. Experiments? Question mark. Yes, an experiment may be contained within a sphere or a construct. Is that Earth? Earth Sphere is an experiment game program designed by a group of creators to experience a unique and extended overlay of possibilities and probabilities. Okay. Was this the original Earth Sphere? Was it taken over by external forces? Or possibly internal forces?
Sorry.
No problem, honey.
Lost the flow.
No problem. Take your time. Okay. The original Earth sphere is the original creation. All creation originates in the Earth sphere and extends outward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I get that. But what has been experienced, what is being currently remembered by a vast amount of people is something that we call the invasion. A vast assortment of memories of a takeover, of an invasion that we surmise is what happened to this sphere.
Oops.
Okay. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. The invasion was a takeover of the game by two of the original creators with many sideline experiences by others of the creation force. By sideline experiences, we mean side bets and offers. Okay. That's interesting because I've actually kind of hypothesized that it could not have, the takeover could not have happened without inside help.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's really kind of interesting. In this takeover, hold on, I have small children talking. Give me 1 second.
That's okay. That's okay.
Sorry about that, hon.
No, it's okay. Let me share one little thing. This is a very formal energy that's coming through from Stan that I've never experienced before. So it's kind of nice. He's like standing at attention.
He's like, okay, I have to like, answer the hard questions.
He is. He's on alert. Yeah.
Cross his T's and dot his I's. Hold on 1 second.
Sure.
Sorry about that, because now, of course,
no problem.
The kids are bored because now they need cookie.
Yeah.
So
We
all know how that goes.
Yeah.
Okay, I just I need to put this together.
Sure.
Hold on again, Denise.
Sure, take your time.
Give me a moment. Okay.
Oh my gosh. That's already nice.
Guys, just be calm, please. Okay. When this okay, this is something we are trying to surmise. In the original construct, the original creation of the Earth sphere, there was, the assumption is made, connection. We were connected. Hold on.
Sure.
Sorry, love. It's like, what the hell? So, and it keeps distracting me because I've got a thought I'm trying to formulate in my head. In this original Earth sphere construct, there was connection between everyone, between us and the assumption I make is, and the construct, that we were within communication, and what a horrible word that is. And when this invasion happened, the overwhelming feeling from a lot of people was being cut off, separation. Outside of the Earth sphere, what happened when this event took place, when this takeover took place, this invasion took place? External of it, those who were outside watching this play out, what happened? I hope that was clear enough. I'm pretty sure that was not a very clear question because I'm trying to think as I'm formulating the questions. Okay. In the original creation, all were in a symbiotic experience. The initial separation that you query was observed by few external sources, as there were few created to observe. Oh, that's, We have a blank spot in understanding here because I'm not.
You've got something flowing here. I'm sorry, I'm not going as fast.
No. It's okay, hon. I'm trying to also formulate. The observers were pure source energy, unbiased, unfettered.
I think he's trying to match your language.
Yes.
To create an understanding. Okay. I lost flow next I talk. Sorry. Let me go back.
Separation was created in terms of realms, spheres, constructs.
Okay, I think he's going back to your question.
Okay. Okay, give me a second. I got to scan up this chat to find out exactly where we left off.
That's fine.
Okay, so to go back, a symbiotic, in the original creation, all were in a symbiotic experience. The initial separation that you query were observed by few external sources, as there were few created to observe. The observers were pure source energy, unbiased, unfettered. All was created in and from the earth construct. As each separation was created in terms of realm spheres constructs, the invasion was amplified by two of the creators who added an unforeseen program into the creation constructs. These were unplanned but seen by the pure energy observers. So, like a virus entered into the computer program.
Hmm.
More as a holographic yet very real simulation of terror, horror, violence, and ultimate control to end all control. Okay. Why? Was that basically two of the original creators then running their own private experiment? Which is why it was all negative, terror, horror, violence. The motives of the creators was to control all of creation always. Yeah. The use of terror, horror, violence was embedded into all programs of control, religious governing, and more. Yes, exactly. No, that's kind of a given. We got that.
I don't think this is flowing as he wants it to.
You don't think it's flowing as he wants it to?
Yeah, he's trying to do it. That's my perception.
Well, okay. Well, I want to go back to something he said. That basically.
Let me. I'm sorry. Let me
Yeah,
just finish this really
you go.
quick.
Go.
I know what he's saying, but he's not saying it well. I love you, Stan, but hold on a second. I'm just going to say it because what I'm feeling him saying is the medical system we use now, like surgery and all of the things that we do in our medical system, is just a tiny reflection of the horror. I don't think the human body was meant to be sliced open and diced and
yeah.
and mutilated in the way that we do it in our common medical, but the way it was embedded into the program, common medicine is accepted as that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep. No, it absolutely does.
That's what I was feeling him say.
Yeah, I don't know. I totally get it. That's kind of one of my areas that I very strongly focused on. So, yeah.
That's okay. So that's why I was trying to do it correctly. I gotcha.
Then you get into a whole thing of like childbirth and pregnancy and the separation of the mother-child bond, and that's another whole horror story in and of itself.
Yeah.
When he talks about, and I want to be clear on this because I'm not entirely certain I have this.
Okay.
When he talks about all creation started with the Earth sphere and spread out from there,
Right.
is he meaning that the actual creation of the other spheres came originally from Earth and then the other spheres were created?
Oops.
Okay, yes, all spheres, realms, constructs were created by the original creators, numbering 11 forms in the original creation. As the expansion occurred, numbering an additional 100, the expansion continued. Okay. But when you're saying this expansion occurred, for example, as the numbering of 100, are you meaning 100 beings, 100 spherical construct realities? That's what I'm trying to understand. All realms, constructs, dimensions, spheres, layers extend from Earth. Okay. Why? I'm gonna ask the hard question. Why?
Okay.
So the original creation of all that is originates here. Stan, is this fact or is this the assumption, the theories, the beliefs that the Sphere Alliance has?
This is actually very new. That's why it sounds so formal. I was kind of taking my breath away a minute. Hold on a second.
The records of all creation are open to the original creators. Yeah, and that last line I'm not reading, I'm sorry. Because I'm just, that's...
That's okay. That's okay.
I have issues with that entire ideology. The original creation records were protected with pure source frequencies. Okay, so we're talking about not akashic records. Records that are retrievable, untamperable.
No. Oh, gracious. I didn't know this.
Okay, that's fucking interesting. Okay, so the original creation records, pardon me, sorry, were protected by, the original creation records were protected by the pure source frequencies. The Akashic records were created by the two creators that usurped the game. That's actually really interesting. With my own experience with the Akashic records. The original records are complete and original data collections of what is and what was, untamperable, protected until now. Okay, protected until now as in closed, so they're just now open for viewing?
Well, this is, I think there's different words he's trying to say there, but.
We'll take your time if you need to like try and
No.
translate something through.
No, that's cool.
The original creation records were sealed and hidden until these moments of complete clearance were experienced and passed. Okay, when he's saying complete clearance / clearance, I'm assuming he means clearance as in security clearance.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what I'm getting? Until someone came along with a high enough clearance to be able to open them?
I don't think he's saying this well, but I know what he's saying.
The clearance is the removal of the ability of the two original creators to cause more damage or destruction to the whole of creation. So basically, the two who caused the fucking mess had to be taken out before those records could be made open. Yes? Okay.
One more thing he's adding.
I may have to put my glasses on. My eyes are doing strange freaking shit at the moment. No, I'm going to try and increase the font if I can.
That is something I did not know.
Okay, so hold on. I got to find where we left off. Yes. As well as all of the sub-creations of these two original creators that were programmed to continue the plan of the original two. We hypothesized a while ago that the original shit disturbers who caused this mess were gone. And that the minions, so within that Earth sphere, the minions were still running around trying to do jobs, trying to figure out what they were supposed to do, but they were not getting orders anymore. Would this be somewhat along what we've been seeing play out?
He doesn't like that word sub-creations, but it's the one that he wants to use because it's kind of what he's trying to say. I'm sorry to interrupt the flow again.
No, I appreciate that. As well as all of the sub-creations of these two original creators that were programmed to continue the plan of the original two. That is complex but accurate on many levels. Okay, because right now, sub-creator creations were off-planet as well as on-planet. Okay, takes us to a question. When we talk about the Earth sphere, I assume, I'm making an assumption, that you are not speaking about just this planet as a singular piece. You're actually talking about the entirety, how do you say that? The entire reality around this planet, whether it's our solar system, whether it's our galaxy. I don't know the expanse of what would be considered the Earth sphere, but I assume you don't just mean the planet. Oh goodness, I gotta figure out where we are. Okay, here we go. The Earth sphere is a label term to include all relevant layers and multi-layers, to include perceived planets, galaxies, universes. Okay, that's interesting. In comparison, the new construct, complete Earth, includes all that is layered within the Earthosphere, in addition to all not yet visible. Okay, that. Just give me a second here.
It's okay. It's overwhelming, I know.
Well, okay, because this is very interesting. Because this, when we talk about layers, layers is a word that Lisa and I have used quite a bit lately. When we talk about dimensional layers, about falling back through the layers down into the original construct. Perceived planets, galaxies, universe in comparison to the new construct. Okay. Hold on. All relevant layers and multi-layers. Does he also meaning timelines? Are we... Oh, how can I phrase this? When you talk about layers, multi-layers, are we talking about dimensions that exist within the same space of this Earth sphere, yet are, we could say, replicas, much as what we see Hollywood type things to represent of, you know, Earth A, Earth B, Earth C, Earth D, and there are various timelines. Okay, yes, dimensions are included in the layers. Now, I think I missed something here, so just give me a second. I'm going to have to back up. Okay, so he had said, right, the Earth sphere is a label term to include all relevant layers and multi-layers, to include perceived planets, galaxies, universes. In comparison, the new construct, complete Earth, includes all that is layered within the Earthosphere, in addition to all not yet visible. This is to include all of creation, all realms, constructs, spheres, to become one complete unit sphere. The use of timelines is a difficult comparison. Yeah, I get it. The English language was not formulated for that conversation. Yes, dimensions are included in the layers. Okay. We hypothesize, as I just said, about dimensional layers. That there could, in fact, be fractals of ourselves within these layers. So when you're talking about basically bringing back in, let me see if I can phrase that. In the same way that you said that everything is expanded out from the original Earthosphere, would it be correct to say that it is all now contracting back in? And that this new Earthosphere construct would contain everything that had expanded out, would now be pulled back in, including these dimensions. I almost burnt the dog food. That would have been terrible. They all of a sudden go, it smells very meaty in here. Oh shit, the dog food's cooking. Okay, so yes, that is an appropriate explanation. Okay.
He feels something that you're asking, and I'm not sure if this is going to explain it well. Can you see as I type, or only after I hit enter?
No, only after you hit enter.
Oh, then I'll just try. I'll hit enter after every sentence, then, if that helps you. I'm sorry, I thought you could see.
No, don't worry about it. No, it's not like live typing where you can see it, each word coming out. No.
He's going out on a limb.
Oh, okay, and that was my next question. That does not mean that forms will merge into one form. Okay, he's going to have to explain that then. So that does, okay, let me read this. I'm going to go back up and read. Yes, dimensions are included in the layers. Yes, that is an appropriate explanation, that all expanded will contract. That does not mean that forms will merge into one form, that all Dannys will merge into your form. Each form has been created by each creator to experience. Are you saying that there could be like fucking hundreds of Dannys then running around? Because that could be scary. Just, I'm so sorry about
humor in that.
that just could be really scary for a lot of people. No, that is not to say that there will be hundreds of Dannys. Okay, so this is where, again, we're having a, let me see. If I have seen.
Oh, this is where names are bad, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If I have seen, let's say, other versions of myself, and I call it on other dimensions, other timelines, whatever. In that merging, they stay and remain separate. They are their own entity, in which case, then they're not myself. Fractal, what we can, using the word fractal, so they're not fractals? Okay. Okay, that is to say that each form of the original essence in your Danny form will continue to experience now. These are not fractals of you, Danny, of the Earth sphere. Okay, good. That's an interesting, okay. And that, I mean, that opens up another whole conversation, which is ginormous and huge, and I'm not sure we want to go down there. I want to go back to the, hold on. These are unique forms of housing essence. Yeah, that's an interesting way of putting it. So when the contracting in, okay, hold on, I'm gonna have to back up a second. This new construct, what Bill told me yesterday is gonna be obviously much larger, vastly larger apparently than the original Earth sphere. Is that correct? There's no comparison. Oh, apples to tomatoes, is it?
I think I'm not spelling this right. Hold on. I've never heard him attempt humor. He's trying to use ginormous.
He's trying to use ginormous.
I don't know how to spell that. That's actually funny.
The complete Earthosphere is ginormous. Okay. Are you talking the original or the new?
Oh, this is interesting. It's like the cart before the horse thing. Or the chicken before the egg thing.
Chicken before the egg, yeah.
Yeah.
Which came first?
Because I'm getting a sphere right here. I'm getting like this this loop of creation. I'm seeing it as it's flowing, and I can't even put it into the words he's trying to use.
The complete Earth sphere is the perceived new Earth. Oh, that could be very,
it's not really new. It was created at the origin. That's interesting.
Okay, I'm going to have to try and, because I'm trying to put out a visualization here that I could works with for myself. Yet it was created at the origin of all creation. Okay. So Stan, you said everything started with the Earth and expanded out from there. So is the perceived new Earth the contraction of bringing all the pieces back together again to its original form of what it originally should, or how it originally started, or was originally meant to be?
Oh.
The perceived new Earth, complete Earth, is the unveiling of all that is within the original frequencies. Okay. Frequencies that are hidden or missing. Without distortions, manipulations, alternative programs.
I'm going to have to say some. Get back up here. Sorry, no, you can't see that.
Do whatever you have to do, Denise. Like, it doesn't.
He's following you. He's trying to match the way you are thinking, which is not the way I think, so this is interesting. I mean, you're technical, and I'm wrapping my head around all this.
Some of the frequencies of original creation were removed by the two creators. What frequencies are, wait, hold. Okay, yeah, what frequencies were removed? Let's start there. And I don't mean obviously as in specifics, but if he could give just a basic explanation of what those frequencies represented to us.
Okay.
I hope that made sense.
Mm-hmm. Corrected himself. That's over my head.
Okay. Okay, so some of the frequencies of the original creation were removed by the two creators. The frequencies are returned in the new complete Earth. For example, one frequency that will return is the essence ability to flow in and out of all creation as desired. Oh, and that's another one that makes you go, that could mean so many different things. Hold on, just 1 second, hon. Oh, the drama of small children. The drama.
I was a preschool teacher for 12 years. I gotcha.
We're having a particularly drama day because it's very rainy outside, and I think everyone feels it.
Yeah.
So,
when that was coming through, I was getting the flow of essence from form to form. Like, limited example, I can leave this form and go into a rock if I want to just be alone for a little bit, or I could go into the ocean and just merge with the ocean for a little bit, or I could create another form to go into at will, as I desire.
Okay.
And I see that. That's how I felt that process coming through as he was typing that.
Okay. Good. Okay. Well, no, thank you. That actually explains that.
That's my perspective of what he was
Stan,
saying.
is Denise's perspective correct? Go to a yes and no.
Oh, okay. He's not going to give you a yes or no. He's not very.
That is close. Stan, be nice to Denise. You're in trouble. Okay. I want to switch tracks a little bit here and ask Stan something. So, are you aware of, and to use your vernacular, an essence, a consciousness that we call Lilu?
Say that again, because you broke up on that.
I wanted to ask Stan if he is aware of a conscious. I'm back.
Well, as it always happens when I am near water, I get a download. So,
There we go.
It's crazy. Bathrooms and showers. When I was in there, you were speaking of Lilo as a consciousness, and that was I was trying to ask Dan if that's interchangeable with essence, and this was the lesson he just gave me. Consciousness is a property of essence, but essence is not a property of consciousness.
Consciousness is a property of essence. So we could maybe define essence in the term that some would say is spirit. I hate the word soul, like it's just so religiously dripping in crap. Consciousness is a property of spirit, but spirit is not a property of consciousness, i.e. you can be conscious and not have a spirit, a soul. And this is one of those things, again, English language, complete failure. Essence is the flow of source in form, so the connection.
Oh, is this a word that doesn't really exist, I don't think?
Yeah, essence is more than spirit. Essence is more than soul. Yes, individuated. Okay. That is a tough concept to try and gather. Okay, so the response was sorry, go ahead, love.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go
I was
ahead.
just going to interrupt really fast because what he's trying to say is essence is more physics than religion or spirituality. Does that make sense? This is more about science than, because spirituality and religion were created to control.
Yeah, I get it.
I think he's breaking all that.
He's trying to explain it. It is literally physics, not belief structure. Okay, so just to review, because I asked,
and I just got a visual of as he was saying that. Go ahead.
No, what was the visual?
He said that the essences were, for lack of a better word, puffs of source. I can't see source at formless.
Right.
Puffs of invisibility put it, and then it was first there were 11 pieces of it, then there were 100 pieces of it. Pieces is not the right word.
Obviously.
They were all connected at that point, but then the separation of the constructs is where I'm not saying this well because I'm not a physicist, but I'm getting it. It's flowing right now.
Okay.
They became separated, and each was a consciousness, and consciousness meaning awareness.
Okay.
So each separated, individuated was aware of their property or their location, yet not the complete property or location of that essence. For example, you there in Malta are aware of you there in Malta. Other parts of your essence are in the other dimensions are not aware of you. They're aware of their experience. So it's not the same consciousness.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I've got it. No, that makes sense. Okay. I have a dog now trying to climb on my lap. Seriously, I get rid of the kids and now the dog's got to come. Oh, killing me.
Totally different perspective too.
So I just want to. The one Lilu is known and seen. The one Lilu was created by two original essence creators for this moment of now, a fail-safe of sorts to assist in the completion of these programs. A fail-safe of sorts. Okay. So, seriously, Groot? No, you got to get down. You're too heavy. You're crushing my legs, and you're going to snap my cords.
What's his name?
His name is Groot.
Groot. Oh,
Groot. He was,
love it. From the movie?
From the Guardians of the Galaxy, except that then we found out from our Dutch friends that Groot in Dutch means huge.
Oh, that's perfect.
And it's perfect, too. Yeah.
Words create, I guess.
That's right. Words create a very large dog who weighs 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So here I want to, because this is where I'm confused with his response, and I want clarity on this.
Okay.
The one Lilu was created by two original essence creators. Does he mean the two that caused this fuck-upness, or just 2 out of the 11?
Do you want the names?
No.
Okay.
So no, not the
right. Not
the two who caused the fuck-up mess. She was created by 2 of the original essences Okay, the one Lilu was created by two
Aw.
separate essences, not the manipulators. Got it. Okay. That was a point that really needed to be kind of clarified.
Mhm.
Okay, seriously, Groot, go away. Quinlan, can you call the dog over to you?
Hey, come here.
He's making me nuts.
Lie down. What are you doing? You smell like a dog. Go away.
The one Lilu was created by two separate essences, not the manipulators, and was created as a fail-safe of sorts to assist in the completion of these programs. It's very, very interesting. Can you,
He's going to give you one thing.
okay.
I think he's just going to call it a game, for lack of a better word.
Okay. Always planned for at the beginning inception of the game. Always planned for? Including the takeover? Every probability and possibility was planned for. So, correct me if I'm wrong, Lilu was created in the event of this probability coming into play. What was her role? The extent of the takeover was not known, but many fail-safes were inserted. Okay. What was Lilu's role?
Well, I think there's a clarification coming.
Yeah, I'm going to need a little more clarification on that.
Oh, come on, no, don't stick my butt.
Okay, so I am going to read this out. Okay. So I'll go back and review again. So the one Lilu was created by the two separate essences, not the manipulators. All was planned for at the beginning and the inception of the game. Every probability and possibility was planned for. The extent of the takeover was not known, but many fail-safes were inserted. Lilu was designed, created to wake up the one Lisa. As the one Lisa was known to be awake, the one Lilu assisted in an acceleration and has been accelerated. Or sorry, all has been accelerated. Okay, very, very interesting. Yes, very, very interesting. Accelerated how? Meaning velocity, or are we talking time? As time is perceived in a linear aspect. All has been accelerated excluding time. No, okay. I'm going to need him to clarify that. I'm not certain I actually understand. As all has been accelerated excluding time, as accelerated expansion to end the game. Yeah, end the fucking game, because the game needs to be fucking over. Remove time from the equation. Time is a construct and an artificial construct, as far as I'm concerned. It is a control mechanism.
I never heard that before.
Yeah.
Put it that
Okay.
way.
Well, we've been hypothesizing that for a long time too. Remove time from the equation. Time does not exist outside of the Earthosphere surface. Oh, surface, as in this planet.
Yeah, I never got that before. Okay. Okay,
Oh,
he's
that
gonna
makes
throw something in.
Yeah, that's very, very interesting.
That's
There is no time in inner Earth. Okay, define inner Earth. As in, I hate to use the word Agartha. I really hate to use the word Agartha.
Oh, this is interesting.
There is no time on the lunar surface. Perhaps the reason why we've never got to the moon. Just saying. The inner Earth is a realm construct. Okay. My assumption is that time was created as part of the control mechanism. Part of that control structure to completely and utterly control everything on this planet, along with religion, politics, fear, etc., and time. Is that correct?
He's giving you more than you're asking for. If you
That's,
want me to stop, I will.
No. This is very interesting. So the inner Earth is a realm construct. There are many names, Agartha, Crystal City, etc. Time was created by a systems engineer creator in collusion with the two original creators. And I assume he means the two original creators who fucked this all up. The creator of religious systems created black magic systems and more. Yes, absolutely makes sense. Yes, the manipulators. So time was created by those manipulators to further their control. And linear time has no existence outside of just this surface that we're on.
Oh. Sometimes this stuff blows my mind, sorry.
So yes, he confirmed it was the manipulators. One original creator created the royal bloodlines. There is no linear time. The time construct was destroyed. The appearance of time remains. We just talked about this literally last week, I think. Okay, that's really, really funky because we literally did. That we are looking at time, the sun rises, the sun sets. We take that as the advancement of time when in fact time is no longer in existence.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very interesting. So how do we get there from here? That is the conundrum now. I like your choice of word, Stan. I like your choice of word. Conundrum. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
No.
Go ahead. Do what you have to do. I can finish this.
Okay. Yes, the manipulators, hold on, sorry. There is no linear time. The time construct was destroyed. The appearance of time remains. And to my question of how do we get there from here, that is the conundrum now. It is complete. The illusion is complete. The final control mechanism was removed with the sealing of the Andorran Antarctic complex. And what was the relevance of Antarctica? Because there's obviously a major relevance as far as a place goes. What was that relevance? Many perceptions for Antarctica.
I'm lost. personally. Trying to be precise now because sometimes one word can throw it off. Okay.
Many perceptions for Antarctica. The Andorra complex, which was in Antarctica, is my understanding, was a hidden command center used by copied forms of all 111 original essences. What do you mean by copied forms? Like as in clones? The Earthsphere controllers thought the Andorra complex was housing the original creators. And he said, no, not clones. So the Earthsphere controllers thought that the Andorra complex was housing the original creators, but it wasn't. It was copies. The original creators have been living in the Earth sphere all along. Wow. So the closing of Antarctica. Stan, can you define exactly what you mean by the closing of it, the sealing of it? There's many people surmise that Antarctica contains a what we would call, I guess, a portal that allows people in and out of the Earth sphere or the Earth structure, et cetera, et cetera. Andorra was sealed closed, the portal was closed. So no one goes in, no one goes out? Is that it? There are old bases there, bases in quotes.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Oh, that is so much information to chew on right now. So much information to chew on right now. I definitely want to sit down and have a mental and heart review of all of this. But I would like to, maybe we can get back to, I know I'm going to have a lot more questions because that's what I do is I ask the questions.
Nope.
Sorry, Hunt, say again? Denise, are you there?
I can hear you.
Okay, you just cut, my internet went a little schizoid for a second there.
That's okay. Yeah, all I heard was you're going to have a heart review, and then you said, let's get.
So I'd like to, maybe if we could take some time, I'd like to get back together with you. Because I know I'm going to have a lot more questions to ask Stan. Guaranteed. Yeah.
No
There's a lot there to chew on, and there's a lot there to kind of feel into. And I find it very, very interesting, to say the least.
Okay.
Stan, thank you. I really appreciate it. And of course, Denise, always thank you. Okay, hold on. It said, so Andorra was sealed closed, the portal was closed, there are old bases there. There are no longer access points to the perceived creators, i.e. the fake creators, I assume when you guys perceived in quotes. Copies of the creators. Yeah, next conversation, we're going to have to get into a little more detail about what the copies of the creators are, because I have questions. But yeah, I really want to thank you.
Yes, he jumped you.
Copies of the creators, living, breathing
Sure,
humans.
thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.